Hello everyone, we're back of Trails Through Daybreak 2. Oh my gosh. I only just booted this one up. I had everything set up from last time and I just kind of jumped into it not knowing what I'd end up seeing here. Wow, this is a really nice one. I think there's been other times where we haven't gotten the full screen one too, so this is like kind of unique in that regard, isn't it? It's a nice spread. And I'm not just saying like, whoa, women or something like that. I just mean it legit looks real cool with Lucrezia looking over like that. And the fact that it like covers the whole shot and whatnot goes from left to right on, that's real nice. Just real nice in general. Hats off. Hats off. Yeah, no, that's almost kind of screensaver material, honestly. Also, I like how the UI looks on it. It kind of lets me appreciate the font and stuff more. I don't know. It's just a nice font and it really matches with what's going on here. Yeah, nice though. Now to continue from where we left off last time. Which, in case isn't clear, we are at the equivalent of the beach episode where we went to a resort and now we're going to go see activities for said resort, apparently. I don't know what the hell we're going to do here. Also, Harwood invited us here, so, you know, some shit's going to go down eventually. Hey, you said you had more info on those activities you got planned. Yes, everything's all set, so you can participate at your earliest convenience. Alright. First off, at the beach you'll find one of our staff members stationed near a normal boat. Speak with him and you can take your parasailing over the ocean, and he can take you parasailing over the ocean waters near the island. Alright. Secondly, we have a convertible on the premises for taking sightseeing trips around Nemeth. You're welcome to rent it out for a drive whenever you wish. We have another special activity arranged for this evening as well. I do hope you'll look forward to it. Damn, really putting the luxury in luxury resort. Guess this wouldn't be much of a trip if we didn't let our hair down a little. This is my first time being somewhere like this outside of work, so you can bet I'll milk it for all it's worth. For being just across the sea from Lawnport, this place couldn't be more different. I'm psyched to see it try to impress me. Our myriad concerns aside, my interest is piqued. Participation would surely heighten our vacation experience. Alright then, let's take some time off and enjoy ourselves. Within reason. We can save the brain work for afterward. Spending time with the usual crew is a given, but it might be nice to reach out to some of the others too. Let me guess, we get points? Yep. Connection events are now available. Oh my god, actual minigames. Or a minigame. Whoa, the yellow marker. Dude, it's a freaking caution sign. Be careful out there. Jeez. Play as long as you have points available. Connection points to see connection events for particular characters. Man, first time we're getting any of this, huh? Wonder if NPCs change at all. Hey, just popping in with an update from Marduk Support. Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Martian Garden, so check it out when you get a chance, Kay? Keep that in mind. 6th floor. Alright. So yeah, we have 2 options here. 10 activities despite the fact that... Huh. Alright. No complaints here. So we have a... Holy shit on a stick. Bro, what the hell? One with Elena and Shizuna? I mean, that's obviously going to be one of them. A rare coral. Swin and Nadia? Oh god. There's a lot of interesting ones here, I can't lie. We only have 3 points here. So we can do 3 of these, and I assume that we'll maybe get like an extra through some means. That's usually how these work. Should I start off with these, or should we see what the things have in store over here? We're already here. We might as well check these out. Let me actually save beforehand, though, just in case. Let's see. Now, usually the way I do this is I do the ones I think I don't want to stick with, and then I just load for the ones I do want to stick with. These 2 haven't gotten anything yet. I mean, this one's a given. Like, no fucking way I'm not doing that one. I think it would be nice to do this one. Let's start from the top. Onyx is someone she wants to talk about. Seems it's got something to do with Ren. Here when I get a moment to spare. Alright. Van and the group decided to take a break from their island stroll and enjoy some time to themselves. Good old kitty laptop that is levitating above the table right now. There, that takes care of the equipment. Hello, Albert? Sorry to bother you on your day off. Would you mind checking with Odette about those documents from our last meeting and transferring them my way? Much appreciated. There'll be a souvenir with your name on it when I get back. Ah, almost forgot. I need to send that vendor an orb mail. May as well take this opportunity to draft up a schedule for the guests of honor, too. I see the problem. Do you think this plan will actually work? Depends on how well you play your cards. Two large-chested individuals out to help her relax. There you are, Ren. Hello, Van. Anyas. To what do I owe the pleasure? Well, we were just wondering if you'd like to come to the beach with us. It's not every day we get to spend time together at a resort, after all. Much as I appreciate the sentiment, I still have a few pending tasks on my plate. But perhaps I can make room for some afternoon tea. None of that work has to be finished right this second, does it? If it absolutely needs doing, I'd be happy to help later, but it'd mean a lot to me if you joined us. Oh, very well. I can afford to take a breather. That's settled. Let's get changed and meet up over at the beach. Finally letting your hair down for once, eh? Beach volleyball. It's been an age and a half. What, you got experience? At Michelin back in Crossbell, yes. I played with a family that I'm acquainted with. Them. They had their little boy, Colin, with them at the time, so I wouldn't consider it a serious bout. In fact, it almost feels as though Anyas proposed this idea in hopes of stoking that particular memory. Me? I was just thinking it'd be a nice way to unwind. My headphones fell off because I sneezed too hard. She also figured you can channel all your pent-up stress into the game. You know, from leading the student council and all. I never said that. That's funny. I'd consider my work on the slimmer side compared to a certain part-time job of yours, Anyas. I even get to hold tea parties on a regular basis, complete with all the sweet treats I can stomach. Sweet treats? Y'all ever need an advisor? I mean, we already got you out on the sand, so there's no worming your way out of this. I suppose a bit of recreation won't hurt, but I'm getting changed and heading back right afterward. Sorry. At any rate, unless you fancy trading off 1 versus 1, we're still a player short. Perhaps I could fill the gap. Oh my god, you? The golden butterfly? Hold the phone, I was thinking we could look around for the perfect fourth. And you found here. I know a good time when I see one. Plus, it isn't often that I have an opportunity to get the better of Ren. A bit early to be gloating. Have you even considered the possibility that you might lose? And here I was hoping to keep this simple. They're gonna be playing fucking volleyball like it's Fate or Avatar, dude. This is not gonna go like any normal game. Hey, surprises are the spice of life, right? But come on, let's split into teams. Count each participant's general level of athleticism and experience of the sport. Decided for Van and Ren would face off against Anyas and Lucrezia, the blondes. This isn't exactly how I thought we'd pair up. I mean, someone had to be stuck with the crazy lady. Though it did end up being a character who was, like, not talked to her one-on-one a single time. Oh, it seems well balanced to me, all things considered. Or are you saying you wish you'd have partnered with Mr. Arkwright instead? Sorry, Anyas. I didn't mean to steal him away from you. He doesn't mind to begin with. The plan's going a little off course, but no big deal.
If we're going through with this, we might as well make a competition out of it.
Van did not give a single shit about that comment, by the way. He's just ignoring it.
How about this? Losing team has to do any one thing the winning team says.
Ren, what are you doing with your arms? Genuinely, what is she doing? What is that pose, girl? Yeah, it was this big, I'm telling you.
Oh, a little thrill to raise the stakes. I like it. The idea of having you and Ren at my whim is tantalizing indeed. I could say much the same in reverse, though I doubt it would teach you any lessons. That said, I'm not sure if that's Anyas's idea of a reward. No need to worry for my sake, Ren. I don't plan on taking this game lightly. Oh, if you insist. Guess we'll just have to go all in out there, won't we, Van?
Rein it back in a bit, will ya? God, I don't catch a break around here.
I can't let them beat us, Lucrezia. My, but don't you eager. Shall we then?
And so the beach volleyball match began.
While light-hearted to start, things gradually heated up as the game progressed. I can imagine. Hup! Wow, he actually said hup. I said that myself.
Oh no, my angle was off.
Spike! Bitch! That was one hell of a spike.
Impressive as ever, Ratsy. He was my partner who set me up for success, not the liability you hoped she'd be him. Thanks for the save.
Go, Dad.
Take this! Just barely out of bounds. A pity.
No worries, just shake it off.
Phew. We're on track to win this set thanks to you, Lucrezia. I guess even Ren makes mistakes once in a while. Why, naturally. This may not be her first foray on the court, but she hasn't quite found her rhythm. I don't think we'll have much a smooth go of it from here on, though. What makes you say that? You'll see. Now, on to the next serve.
I love this theme so much. I'm so glad this one's still around from Daybreak 1. Sena did such a good job on this track. It's one of my favorite casual ones. Proceed to take the first set, tide over being a shift in the second.
Take the shot!
How do you like this?
Sorry, I don't know how to do like Ren with more energy in her voice.
Huh? I told you as much, no?
Took a hot second for you to get in the groove.
Now that I have a better feel for this, it's time to mount a comeback. It's like we're playing against a totally different person. There's the reason they call her a genius. Given the time, she can adapt to any situation or environment.
Hey, it's like Nadia.
I imagine she spent the first set observing me until she figured out my every move. So being a true genius goes beyond smarts alone. Ren's even more amazing than I already gave her credit for. That said... Oh, sorry. I was just thinking that I shouldn't place all the burden of winning on you. I'm gonna dig deep and do my part, too. That's the spirit, darling.
Allowing her and Van to take the second set without the game card.
Oh, third set. Here we go. Last set out of 3.
I guess we'd better start brainstorming a penalty for him. You haven't won just yet. Let's make this one to remember, shall we?
Boom.
Back and forth and back and forth.
Forward and back, and then go forward and back.
Final phase.
And then... get bent. This is it. Hut, hut.
Yo, the setup! Fucking yeah! Got him!
Whoops. We've been had.
15 to 14. The victory is ours.
Wow, nice fucking setup. Look, yo, Anya said hops though. Yo, that's the type of like freaking, bro. That's the freaking Shinkro Kogeki. Oh, my haiku brain was activated during a bit of that. Can't lie. You had me fooled at the end there. I didn't even notice Anya's going up for the spike. Especially when you'd been building your plays around Retsu the whole match. The young lady here thought that if I drew your attention, she could take you by surprise at the last minute. Though it was still a complete gamble as to whether or not I could actually pull it off. I just figured there was no way we could beat you two head on.
Color me impressed.
Apparently, working for a Spriggan has made you rather crafty. Well, the winners get to give the losers one command, so don't be shy. Let's hear it. I'll do whatever you ask, so long as it isn't anything that'll hurt our friendship down the line. It was your strategy that won us the game. Why don't you do the honors for the both? For us both. I appreciate that. Here goes, then. Ren, I order you to divvy up more of your student council duties with the rest of us. Huh? You're always so preoccupied with getting everything done yourself. Yes, it's important to prepare for the upcoming festival, but even here on the island, you've been working remotely. Guilty as charged. I know you're a genius who can do whatever she sets her mind to. You tackle everything single-handedly, academic or otherwise. Even during that ordeal at Artemis, you went there to back us up. But Odette, Albert, and I are members of the student council too. You don't have to shoulder it all on your own. Supporting you is what we're there for. So please, try to lean on us a little more, okay? Yes. Now I see. So that's why you invited me out here to play volleyball with you.
Can you blame her? Might just be a game, but she was hard-pressed getting you to take her seriously otherwise. The Golden Butterfly wasn't part of the plan, but it did make for a better match in the end. Though now I wonder if you only squeezed yourself in because you knew what we were up to.
Why, I haven't a clue what you mean. Thank you. All of you. Orders are orders. I promise to share more of my responsibilities with the rest of the student council from now on. Just don't change your tune when the work piles up to your ears. Oh, Ren, I wouldn't have it any other way. And as for him, I really do need to look into what that old goat is plotting, though. I wonder what talk we're having here. Looks over at her. Extra time relaxed, then allows to regroup with the others and resume their investigation.
Dear me, if I'm causing you to worry that much, Agnes, then I must be slipping. You and Van have my thanks. And I suppose Retzi does as well.
I've always wanted to help lift some of the burden from Ren's shoulders. I guess this goes to show that I've grown since I started working at Arkwright Solutions.
That's nice. Whoa. It just started storming.
Oh shit, there's thunder out.
Alright. Well then. There's level 2. Damn, Truth Nuke so hard it had all that happen suddenly. Wow. That was a nice one. Definitely better than I expected. I did not expect it to go that way. It was a fun time though. Oh, that one didn't even show on the thing before. Alright. Well, before I reload, I can try one of the other ones. First off, I'm gonna go deal with someone since there's a storm brewing outside. Be right back. Alright, back to it. This time we'll go with this one. Traded contact info with the princess, and now she's gotten in touch with me for a favor. Sounds like she wants me to help her investigate something. Might as well hear her out, I guess. Alright, back over here. I apologize for summoning you on such short notice, Mr. Arkwright.
Nah, no trouble at all. Kinda surprised you come to me for a favor, though.
Well, my brother did advise me to turn to you were I ever in a bind. Plus, after hearing so much about your skills as a Spriggan, I've been eager to see them for myself.
Yeah? Well, try not to disappoint them. Figures it'd be Sharita who put her up to this. Said you needed help gathering data, right? Not too sure if I'm the right fit for that. But at least we got a professional on board.
Reporting for duty. Literally. Assisting you is a greater honor than I deserve, Your Highness. Plus, this can double as both magazine coverage and an exclusive interview with Zeta Oswald. I can't guarantee how much material you'll be able to get out of someone as unseasoned as myself. But I would be most grateful if you could lend me your expertise in liaising and data collecting in exchange. Oh, and I nearly forgot, Mr. Arkwright. I come bearing a gift from my home country. I wonder. This is baklava, one of our traditional treats. It's a pastry made with thin layered sheets of dough, flavored by a harmonious combination of savory pistachios and sweet syrup.
Your brother and I have some history together, so count me in. Heart, body, and soul.
Someone's looking eager. Sharid's advice worked like a charm. Allow me to explain the nature of the information I seek, then. As part of the principality of Elsheim's tourism policy, we plan to build a resort on one of the remote islands in our territory. I would like to make the most of my time here on Nemeth Island to study this high-class resort from a variety of angles. That includes everything from facility maintenance and utilization of local resources for management methods and personnel training. So in other words, you're staking out the competition. Oh, not at all. Think of this as a sheltered girl's personal efforts to study the ways of the world. To cite a notable point of interest, this villa is managed by a hotel group affiliated with Valis. So imagine there's a plethora of knowledge to be gained here. Oh, I get what's going on. You're the princess' little sis, all right?
That explains things. Valis has become more of a threat to Elsheim recently. Only makes sense to check out their operations from stem to stern. Man, she's even every bit as shrewd as her brother.
With that covered, what say we get started? Naturally, I hope to glean as much as I can from you two along the way as well. So please feel free to let me know if you notice any shortcomings on my part. I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel finger-wagging a princess.
We'll try to toe the line as best we can.
Company and Princess Zeta around Nemeth to gather information. Ah, brother. Ah, why is my nose so stuffed tonight?
I should really be muting my mic for this, I'm sorry.
But also, at that point, it's probably better just to pause the recording, so I'm gonna just start doing that.
The pamphlet said you source some of your ingredients from the mainland. But any seafood, fruits, and other things that can be obtained on or near the island are gathered here instead. We strive to ensure that patrons are able to get a taste of the areas, as it were.
Why do I sound... am I just more stuffy? Like, why do I sound worse all of a sudden? Blah.
The idea is to provide our visitors with the full vacation experience.
And what an excellent creed it is. Elsheim would stand much to gain by following your example. Maybe it's just because I'm more congested, I don't know. I better jot this down. Would you mind if I use that little motto for one of our headlines? Alright. Next step out on the beach. This beach is simply marvelous. I dare say it even rivals Whitehaven back in my homeland. Oh yeah, I think I've heard about that.
It's one of Elsheim's most famous tourist sites. They say the sand there is so white it's practically crystal clear.
I think I've heard about that one before. Michelin even oh, right!
Some of it to Crossbell to fill up its slice of the lakeside.
Many consider Whitehaven to be the most beautiful beach in the world. It's an honor for ours to be mentioned in the same breath. We conduct thorough cleanup and beautification efforts on these shores daily, without exception. All of it is in service of the resort's ultimate goal, the comfort and pleasure of our guests. What a wonderful spirit of hospitality. You have my admiration. Nice.
Damn, didn't think you were serious about walking all this way.
It'd be a shame to limit these magnificent ruins to nothing more than a scenic drive, wouldn't you say? It's my opinion that ancient sites such as this can only be truly taken in through an on-foot expedition. I'm the same when it comes to breaking a big story. Getting hands-on and seeing things with my own eyes makes my articles that much more vivid. Yes, that's precisely what I mean.
Pardon me, everyone, but monsters are known to prowl this area on occasion, so if we could proceed back to... Ah, shit.
Oh, they're already here!
Ah, great. Stand back, ladies.
Ooh, at last a chance to see Mr. Arkwright in action. Can't miss a photo op like this. Give me your best side, Van.
Oh, God.
Despite some bumps along the way, the trio made their way back to across the island to gather material as they went. Ugh. Coveted experience on the island. Oh, alright. Sailing offshore here, eh? What the? Oh my god, that's how you steer those type of things? Big fuck-ass wheel. The breeze feels great out here.
Whale watching, huh? This ought to be interesting. Just try not to drop your camera in the ocean.
I won't. What do you think I am, a kid? After all the shots I've snapped on our day out, I couldn't possibly leave my baby behind.
Whatever you say.
I look forward to seeing the pictures later.
So, Your Highness, you managed to cover all the stuff you wanted?
Yes, this excursion has taught me a great deal. Creating travel destinations that cater to their visitors' needs will make our tourism industry more internationally competitive. In order to realize this, strategic management and healthy exchanges with our neighboring nations are imperative. Vala seems to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of us in that regard. They certainly are a formidable adversary. Forgive me. I have a bad habit of thinking aloud sometimes.
Nah, I get where you're coming from. It's easy to see why Sharid put so much faith in you. The way you tap into that natural curiosity of yours to serve your homeland's a real asset.
Well, as I've mentioned, there's still so much about the world that I've yet to grasp. But just as there are some roles only my brother can fulfill, the same can be said for myself. It is with this simple fact in mind that I do all in my power to support him in our princedom. Oh wow, that hits pretty deep, Your Highness. Now I'm extra pumped to spot myself a whale. It'll strike a real chord with our readers if I can include it in my piece on Nemeth Island. I'm sure it would, though to my understanding they can be rather difficult to come across.
They ain't called phantom whales for nothing. From what I hear, the weather's been keeping them away for months. Guess I had to bank on your luck driving one of them our way.
Huh? My luck? Who else would I be talking about?
How many times have you tumbled headfirst into danger only to roll on the other side unscathed?
Is it truly so common? It's a miracle that I'm still in one piece. Honestly, I'd call it more of a curse than any...
Thinking of Dingo, huh? You okay?
Oh, sorry. This just reminds me of something Dingo told me back when we were working together.
Oh shit. Your luck is a gift most reporters would give anything for. But in our line of work, what matters most is building up a foundation that doesn't rely on chance. Don't count on making it big off of one scoop. Instead, train your senses one step at a time. That way, down the line, you'll have the tools to close the gaps on whatever it is you really want. He said all that, huh?
I've heard of the man, albeit only through hearsay. That must be a very precious memory to you. It is. All of his little words of wisdom made me who I am today. I just hope I managed to get a little closer to being the kind of person he was.
You know as well as I do that you've got a long ways to go.
Tell me about it. That won't stop me from soldiering on. Just you wait, Dingo. I'll get there someday. No flukes required. Sooner or later, I'm gonna catch up to you. Aww. Whoa! Flip it 180! Flip it 180! Mario! Mario! Oh, alright. I heard the sound effect. She at least snapped one. Holy. Was that a phantom whale just now? Even she's just flabbergasted at her own luck that time. Such grandeur, such majesty.
What a positively phenomenal sight. Well, Miss Ime, did you manage to capture it on film? Darn it, I think I was so flabbergasted that... No, wait, I actually did get it. I must have accidentally pressed the button. Wow, the composition is perfect and it's totally in focus, too. Way to go, me!
So much for not relying on luck.
Aw, come on, no need to rain on my parade.
Looks like the Wheel of Fortune's turning the other way this time.
You mean to say the engine is out of order? It wasn't my fault, I swear! More importantly, how are we supposed to get back to shore?
The spot is out of comms range, so we'll just have to wait for someone to come save us.
You're joking! Now, in a certain sense, setbacks like these are what makes traveling such a thrill.
And then they got trapped for hours.
Najee, having realized something was amiss, flew the Horvaton out to rescue the group soon after. Shouts to Naja.
Van, Zeta, and Mariel then returned to Nemeth Island feeling strangely uplifted.
You're always helping me out, so I promise I'll pay you back 100-fold. I've got to return the favor for all the times you gave me advice in the past.
True.
I'm happy to have gotten to know you a little better, Van. If you would be so kind, I would be pleased if you looked after my brother and Najee in the future.
I like that they get such longer ones this time after the fact. Like their whole like statements on everything that you just went through. It just makes a bit of sense in my mind. Strength up. So I basically just got defense and strength up on both of those. That's cool.
What's next?
Alright, well, now we only have 3, so I guess it's time to reload.
Catcher wants to practice swimming while we're here, and he asked me to help out. Rosette mentioned she wants to test her prosthetics in the ocean too, so might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, yeah?
Alright, we already know how this one plans out.
Okay, all done with our warm-up stretches. Really caught me off guard asking for swimming lessons though. Gotta be better coaches to choose from.
What can I say? I just thought you'd make for a good instructor. Researching with the professor has always kept me too wrapped up to even graze the surface of this sort of thing. It'd be a useful skill to have in a pinch, so I'd really appreciate it if you could teach me.
Fair enough. There have definitely been times in my line of work where it's literally sink or swim.
Yeah, just don't fall off a boat, Van. It surely won't go well for you with your Seiyu.
My rookie days, I was concerned by some guys who... I was cornered by some guys who had it out for me. Wound up taking a dip in the sewage to get me. Man, that brings me back. Oh, to get away.
I think that's an experience I can live without.
Apologies for the wait, Mr. Arkwright. Mr. Silesian.
Wow!
Whoa. I do hope you can forgive my late arrival.
Huh. Yeah, I guess it is kind of interesting they separately modeled whatever it was, like the top that she had on before, because this is just like the underlayer.
Don't worry about it. You were going around taking everyone's drink orders, right? Always the considerate concierge.
That's very kind of you to say. Is something the matter, Mr. Silesian?
No, it's just you're so pretty and... forget I said that. He is not immune. Ahem. You wanted to test out your artificial body, right, Rosette?
Yes, though more as a personal pursuit rather than part of my official duties.
Artificial, and yet we're all still staring the same way.
I learned the fundamentals of swimming as part of Marduk's motor function assessments. But I don't often have the privilege to exercise them in more natural environs, especially not in an ocean so lovely as this.
I was gonna say, can I see... I should be able to see the lines on her neck, right?
Well, what's the harm? You're probably designed to be seawater resistant anyway.
Don't let me stop you either. I'll just be trying to pick up what I can from you in the meantime.
I may not be the best example to follow, but don't hesitate to ask if you have need of me.
So, ready to get down to it?
Sure thing. This is nice. Just a nice little bit of training. It's also nice seeing Katra just act as like as like a, you know, learning stuff as a kid should. Things like that.
I know we're starting from the ground up, but I think you might have a knack for this. The way you extend yourself, your kicking technique, it all looks pretty balanced to me.
You think so? I'm just flailing for my life, really. It's a little embarrassing having my hands held like this. I feel like a child. Not to mention.
Summing up?
We still have to figure out what's your deal. Like, I know you have problems with certain, like, sensitivity things, but above that, I would just kind of like to take it more of a deep dive without it being just kind of having to read between the lines so much. Not at all. It's just, I wish I was half as good as her. Do-do-do, swimming to and fro. The way they kick is really funny. It's just like a... it's less like an actual person just like, damn, just kind of going all out there. Phew. How fair's your progress? About as well as it looks, I guess. You're practically a pro, though, Rosette.
Yeah, you swim like such a natural. I wouldn't have guessed any part of you was prosthetic.
I'm delighted to hear that. Evidently, I have no trouble operating under high salinity either. Mr. Salesian, from what I observed at a distance, you appear to be overly fixated on your leg movements. I suspect that your form will be much more stable if you focus on engaging your whole body as a whole.
My body as a whole, huh? I had never realized swimming was so involved.
Well, damn, that little nugget of advice had meant more insight than about 100 of mine.
My apologies. I didn't intend to speak out of turn. Perhaps I will try venturing out into deep waters for this time, if you'll excuse me.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. You know she's having fun. It actually seems more in her element than usual.
I mean, at least her hair color matches the sea.
Nothing wrong with feasting your eyes, but staring harder and they'll fall out of their sockets.
It's not like that. At least not entirely. I was just impressed. Obviously, only she can know what it's like to be mostly prosthetic. But I still can't help wondering how much sheer effort it took for her to be able to swim so well.
I get what you mean. There's more to it than that. She had to go through all sorts of experiences in virtual space before getting that body. Must have been a long road, and all the while she knew it wasn't going to be anything like the real deal. For better or worse, there's a gap between Rosette's physical self and the person she is inside. I'll bet the reason she takes life by the horns is because she's constantly doing it all to bridge that gap.
Bridge the gap, huh? I was right to be impressed then. Facing her circumstances head on, enjoying herself along the way. I don't think I could ever.
For what it's worth, most everyone feels this way about someone else. But before dwelling on what you don't have, why not build some confidence in who you are right now?
I like that Van just did like a little head pat. He didn't hold his hand there because he knows that he's not a fan of it.
And if you can't get it off your mind, then take that negativity and channel it into motivating yourself instead.
Van. Yeah, you're right. I should take a page out of her book and... Hold on, I think something's wrong with Rosette.
Oh shit. Crap, she's in trouble. Wait here, Catchall.
Hang in there, Rosette, I'm coming!
Go, Ed. Hey, what are you... Oh, hell.
Damn. Catra's goated. And now we're all chilling.
Thank you. Both of you. I'm just glad you're okay.
I wasn't expecting you to start drowning out there. Did your artificial body go haywire?
It would appear that I was so engrossed in swimming that my output exceeded its limiters. My system then temporarily shifted into an underclock state in order to prevent an overload. Mortifying as it is to admit, I became a tad more carried away with myself than anticipated.
Nothing wrong with that. That type of stuff happens all the time.
Oops, my system crashed, but I had an antivirus. Don't worry, you need Protogent. You think? But hey, as long as it's nothing serious.
This is a fun event. I like this. It's doing some nice delving into both of these two.
I'm terribly sorry.
Don't be. In fact, I'm kind of jealous. I was gonna say, can I don't think I can see the line on her neck. Did they just remove it for this outfit or something? You accept your body for what it is and push yourself to be the best you can be regardless. There's something incredible about that.
Mr. Salesian. On the contrary, I believe you are the incredible one. Despite being only a novice at swimming, you rushed out to my aid without a second thought. That's proof you're always maturing. Every second of every day, this very moment included. I envy you for it. No matter how they enhance my body's performance, that sort of growth is difficult for me.
Oh. Now that you mention it, how did I manage to swim all of a sudden?
I think that's what they call an adrenaline rush. Plus, you probably picked up a few tricks watching Rosette. You had me on pins and needles for a sec, though. I'm starting to think I'd have to haul both of you back. Still, you leapt into action to save a friend. If you ask me, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah. I guess I could stand to have a little more self-esteem. Thanks, Van. You too, Rosette. Wow, that was a real nice one. Helped Rosette adjust the limiter control settings for her prosthetic parts, then enjoy their time in the water a while before returning to their reconnaissance of the island. I need to put some serious thought into who I want to be. And someday, I'll be able to hold up my head high in front of the others. Man, I can't wait to see what the deal with Catra
Perhaps
is.
I overextended myself this time. But be that as it may, I was able to attain a new experience.
Oh.
And for that, I have you to thank, Mr. Arkwright.
I feel a lot more confident now. Thank you. And, I'd really like it if you could teach me more things in the future.
God, he's such a sweet kid. I really, now that I think about it, back in, what was I gonna say? Back in Daybreak 1, every character got, like, their focus at some point or another for the most part. And with Rosette kind of took over for a lot of the stuff in Bossel. And while Catra was still the focus, obviously, yes, it was his intro chapter, of course. He's going to have a lot of focus there. Eventually, there was a bit of a shift, and his connections were mainly like his familial connections and things like that to like Professor Hamilton and whatnot. But there's a lot of personal stuff that they've been kind of hinting at various times with Catra. And they're clearly building up to something with him. I'm not sure as to what, but it is interesting and something to keep in mind, because one of these days it's gonna happen fully. And I don't know. I think he is just... I said this in the previous game, and any time that Catra gets good screen time, he always ends up being one of my favorites. Like, events like that and whatnot, it's just like, damn, this kid's awesome. Van, I would say, is probably still my top one of the crew. He's just the GOAT. He's the pro tag. He gets the most screen time. He has a lot of nice characterization. For Arcade Solutions, that is. Yeah, and then Catra might be second, honestly. I don't know. He's just a very charming little lad, and he does a lot of good stuff. There we go. Not quite a level up for that one yet. Bit more for Vanny Boy. Wow. Yeah, that was a real nice one. Definitely sticking with that one. Onwards to the next. A rare quarrel. They're hiding it pretty well, but I can tell something's going on between Sin and Nadia. Pretty rare for those two not to get along. I should probably keep an eye on them. It was kind of interesting because it's how do I say it? Because yeah, they weren't spending time together on the beach when I was sure Nadia would be trying to be like, "Oh ass, look at my swimsuit," or something like that. But they very much are not hanging out right now, so I guess we'll see what this is about. This fucking music off the bat. How could you even suggest that, ass? Just think about it. Logically, splitting up would be the most efficient way to comb the island. Besides, you were the one who said we should do some reconnaissance. Well, sure, but that was just a code word for date. Not happening. You realize we aren't actually out here on vacation, right? Of course I do. All I'm asking is for a tactical break. Most people call that goofing off. Something you already do 99% of the time.
He's just standing there. Well then. Oh boy. Things are even pricklier than I thought. Spoiled as Nadia may be, Swin could definitely stand to relax a bit. Though I get that's a tall order after everything that happened at RMS Academy.
Oh, so that's how you want to play it. When did you swap out your heart for a sack of rocks? When are you going to grow up for once?
Alright, you two, enough bickering.
Fan, perfect timing. Teach us here a thing or two about how to treat a lady, will ya? You can try, but the only thing that needs straightening out here is your lazy attitude.
And this goes for both of you. Quit making a stink about doing reconnaissance out in the open. It's not a lot, but there's still other tourists here. Or did you forget that Spriggan work is supposed to be kept on the down low? Look, I get it. Vacations and arguments go hand in hand. Everything you've been bottling up is liable to boil over. But having a grown-up chew you out for it ain't gonna do much to bury the hatchet, is it?
Meaning? You have a better suggestion?
We're at a resort. If we got a score to sail, might as well do it with some flair.
What are we doing here? Something different? Or are we doing more beach volleyball? Oh shit! Let the first, though there are no plans for a second, annual Arkwright Solutions water gun fight commence. What the hell? Bro, they got Fairy on their team. This ain't fair. That's gonna be like such a fucking... Oh my god, we're gonna get... Van and crew are gonna get cooked. On the boys' team, we have Mr. Way, Mr. Salesian, and their captain, Mr. Abel. On the girls' team, we have Miss Claudel, Miss Al-Fayed, and the captain, Miss Rain. Each team is also represented by their respective coaches, Mr. Arkwright and Miss Lanster. Judge Fio and myself will be serving as referees. Why are we doing this again?
Won't say no to a good time, but third wheeling for couples therapy isn't my idea of fun.
God. Wasn't expecting to just get everyone chilling here for this one. What can I say? I haven't been this livid with her in who knows how long. I heard you two were fighting, Nadia. Is everything okay? Is every what okay? This can drop into a ditch for all I care. I don't know what this is about, but it should make for some good group training. Some good group combat training. Oh, hey, there's Judith in her outfit, I guess. We haven't actually seen that yet because plot reasons.
Me and Judith will keep an eye out and handle any injuries. So go at it as rough as you want.
Oh yeah, that's a new top for Van too. I didn't even make note of that.
Oh, and just to add some incentive, the coach of the losing team has to buy everyone shaved ice afterwards.
You never told me that. Not that I mind or anything. Let's have a fair fight out there, guys. Just try not to hurt yourselves. A reminder of the rules. You can be hit up to 3 times before you are eliminated. Whichever team eliminates all members of the opposing team wins. Anias is definitely going to be one of the first ones out. Girl is not built for shooting. Judge Fio, the coaches, and myself will provide impartial verdicts on what constitutes a hit. I will now give the starting signal. If you could all take your positions. I'm coming for you, ass. Gehenna hath no fury like a maiden scorned.
You've been pampered long enough, Nadia. Time to take the kitty gloves off and teach you a lesson.
On your marks. Get set. Go!
I don't even know who I want to win.
Sick 'em, Fairy. First mover advantage, I'm going in. What is she? Of course they'd send her.
Got another over here.
So cold. I'll avenge you, Aggie.
All that loafing around has you losing your touch.
Going stealth, huh? Oh, it's on, S!
We got those chicks cornered. Just a tad, Captain. Kara.
Wait, a pincer attack on it.
Wait, it's a trap!
Owned. Where'd they go? Right here.
Double. What the?
He saw us coming? All according to Nadia's plan. Bane. All that party pooping has you losing your touch.
Wow. So Catcher's already out, right? Brother got hit 3 times already. Aaron's gotten hit twice. Swen now 1. I figured you'd switch your brain into tactical mode eventually.
You bet your bippy I did. There's a lot more where that came from.
There at the point where it seemed like more than a game. The boys capitalized on Swin's covert ambushes, while the girls relied on Nadia's ingenuity. Wait, what do you mean the boys? I was gonna say, like, Catcher got took out. Unless they don't count, like, friendly fire, in which case it would still be 2. Eventually, Anyas and Catcher were eliminated. Yeah, makes sense.
Fairy's out.
Crap! Aaron, you're out! Only one left on either team now.
Nadia, Swin, hang in there, you two.
The decisive moment is fast approaching. Can barely take the suspense.
Who's gonna come out on top?
Let's do this.
Hey, yes, I'm having a blast. Same, almost forgot how it felt. Too bad it won't last. Time to end this.
Yeah.
And then they tied.
Mr. Abel and Miss Rain have both been struck. According to Judge Fio, the shots landed simultaneously. Because we can't have anything except a tie in this world. As neither team has any players remaining, the first annual Arkwright Solutions water gun fight ends in a draw.
So, Judah, if we splitting it,
I guess.
all that for a draw.
That's so funny, S.
Nothing. I'm just impressed is all. I didn't think you'd get so crafty and calculating over a friendly match.
Look who's talking, Mr. Take No Prisoners Guerrilla Warfare. Guess you're a lot more childish inside than I thought.
And you're just as childish all over as I've always known. You're already 15 going on 16 this year. It's time to start acting your...
Here we go again. Some things never change. What were we fighting about in the first place anyway?
You know, I don't even remember. Thanks for this, fan. I feel a lot better now.
All I did was stand around and watch, but hey, glad to hear it.
You're a world-class Patinsky, Van, and you're not even fair about it.
Yeah, hard to ignore the way you push us into an all-out war without getting your hands wet. I don't think we can call this even until you're as soaked to the bone as we are.
That's a tempting idea.
I'm inclined to agree. Are they gonna, like... Are they gonna Chris McClain this guy and throw him in the ocean?
Yeah, I spent the whole time hoping you, Judith, and Rosette would hop in the fray.
Maybe a grown-up ought to take off the chaperone pants and pick up a blaster.
Wait, you're dragging us into this too?
Give me a break. How come y'all only get... Y'all only set your differences aside when we're getting dogpiled?
If you would... It would seem it's time to pay the piper.
Older members of the group join in for a great big battle royale. Alright, but...
She's getting sillier by the second.
Silly by the second,
Well,
yep.
anyway, I guess there's no harm in going another round or 2.
Now I'm on the same team as S. Prepare to meet a watery grave at the hands of our aquatic artillery.
Classic Nadia, that's all I can manage. All I can manage to say. Alright. Nadia's connection stage 1 up, ATS and ADF. Definitely worth having. That was a fun one. That was really fun. It was nice having some stuff with everyone, even if it was mainly focused on those two, you know? Very nice to see. Now the question is, who won the Battle Royale one, though? I need to know. How else am I gonna live in this world without knowing the answer? What the hell? At each other's throats.
Gonna be a huge pain in the ass, but should probably look into it.
Alright, what the hell are we doing out here? Two girls just duking it out suddenly.
I think it's about time you came clean, Divine Blade of Silver. Out with it. What exactly is Ikaruga up to? And why did you fight Van in Lawnport?
Jeez, someone forgot to take their chill pill this morning. Oh, it's this outfit finally! I've been waiting to see this for a long while because I've known about it. It's just our lightwear, but man, it's so good. The top of like the necklace is like particularly, it's so chic. I love it. In my defense, it helped Van out in the end. Or wait, maybe that's what really got you all hot and bothered. Oh shit! Cooker! Yo, my goats are picking a fight right now. I cannot be living better right here.
I can do this all day if I have to. The sooner you stop dodging my questions, the sooner you can be on your way. Actually, I have another idea. Perhaps you'll be in a more talkative mood if I bring you to your knees, Divine Blade. You're on. Let's let our swords do the talking.
Whoa! Hold it!
Van? And Zin, too.
Phew! I already made it in time. Look, this ain't the time or place for this. I get how you feel, but you gotta take it easy, alright? We can't have you pulling a Walter. Right now we need to be figuring out what the owner of this place is after. So let's put aside the personal grudges, huh?
It's not a personal... No, you're right. I lost my cool. Darn, I was really looking forward to testing my mettle against the famous Beauty's Blade too. Guess we'll take a rain check on that. But FYI, I'm ready to go whenever you are. Especially now that I'm all fired up. Trust me, I fully intend to take you up on that. And that may sooner happen than you might expect.
One's happy, the other's pissed. Sparks are still flying. Gilda already had her marked, but after that incident in Lawnport, I think Elaine hit a boiling point. To be fair, she's not ain't doing herself any favors. What's with all the taunting? What with all the taunting? Mikael's trouble with a capital T. I think I might have to step in.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, step in between the two lady with swords that could kick your ass individually. Actually, I don't know. You've held a candle to Elaine before. Back under Erasion, at least. Oh, do you have some other way we can resolve this? Let me guess, you want to propose something that'll help us let off some steam without resorting to bloodshed.
Please let me say it for myself.
What do you mean? And did you just read Vad's mind? Sure did. Jealous.
What the fuck is your deal? I love you. Marry me. Oh, knock it off, you two.
God, I'm glad I saved this for last. I'm living.
I get that you two have an axe to grind, but there are ways to settle beef that don't involve cleaving each other in half. I've got a much safer solution in mind. Follow me, girls.
Yo! What the hell? Motorcycle race?
Alright, we're all set. Let's get the show on the road. It's the battle of the Blade Babes. Beauty's Blade versus the Divine Blade of Silver.
Blade Babes? What is your deal, man? I don't think Elaine's gonna take it easy to be calling a babe.
But instead of clashing steel, they're clashing wheels. In a riveting bikini orbital bike race.
What the fuck is your deal? In bikinis? I feel so foolish. Why would you, of all people, suggest that we wear bikinis?
Because it levels the playing field. You won't have the clothing air resistance excuse when I make you eat my dust.
Holy shit! What? Genuinely, who are you? What life did you live to make you come to this type of conclusion? I cannot fathom. Also, they're definitely gonna tie on this after everything again, but what the fuck? I also just thought having a little eye candy would attract a few more eyeballs.
She knows how to draw a crowd, that's for sure. Guess that comes with the unclouded eye package.
Well, she's using her unclouded eyes on Elaine right now. Would you please stop trying to rationalize this? This is the most flustered Elaine's been, and rightfully so. Hey, turn that frown upside down. You're gonna have a blast, I promise. Another swordsman I know likes to ride orbital bikes sometimes, so I've taken them for a spin a few times to see what the big deal was. Damn, talking about Rain again, huh? Didn't you only meet the guy once? Did you just like totally study up on him when you like copied the spirit unification and whatnot? I've never done a full-blown race with them before. Pretty stoked for this. Also, she has her Daybreak 1 ribbon on again. Just kind of interesting to note. It seems like when she's in any outfit asides her Daybreak 2 one, she just kind of defaults to having that. So you're completely enthralled with this ridiculous idea. Why am I not the least bit surprised?
I get that swordsmanship's more your speed, but sometimes it's good to expand your horizon and give someone else a whirl. Besides, you're getting to duke it out with the Divine Blade and see the island from a new point of view. You're killing two birds with one stone. Prince Sharid's bunch and the Arcade Solutions team are making sure the roads are clear of any bystanders. So don't worry about putting on the brakes. You're clear to go hell-bent for leather.
Not you too, Sin. Everyone's driving me up the wall here. Yeah, so much for her vacation. All she gets is more stress. Fine. If it's a race you want, then it's a race you'll get. I'll be running circles around you. We'll see about that.
First one to finish 2 full laps around the island will be the winner. Alright, ladies, start your engines. Let's do this. On your marks, get set, go!
Vanna's following them. The race between Elaine and Shizuno is off to a rumbling start. What the fuck? This is such a stupid-ass rivalry out of nowhere. And a stupid-ass idea for it, too. They're just like, yeah, let's put in bikinis because Shizuno's a freaking freak.
I'm already well in the lead. Now I just need to maintain it to the end.
Yeah, not happening.
Damn! Whoa, Divine's blade slipped right past her.
Holy smokes, how'd she pull that off? That was amazing. I'll say, I didn't know an orbital bike could maneuver like that. That lady's talent's inhuman. I was careless. So, what was that about running circles around me?
Race only just gotten started, it's already heating up.
Damn, off-road on it for all 3 of them.
Things might get dicey and bouncy. Keep those cameras at the ready, folks.
The way Elaine's looking at him, he's so dead at the end of this.
There, I caught up.
Let's see, maybe here?
Yo! Holy shit.
Damn! No way! Yes way! Love me a good shortcut.
Divine Blade's using her unclouded eye to find the fastest routes on the track. This Beauty's Blade met her match.
Damn. Vanna's getting way too into this. I mean, I know he's like a freaking... I know he's like a car freak, and I guess that extends to motorcycles and whatnot, but the fact that he's traveling behind them and giving this fucking commentary, and he talks about bouncing and stuff like that from the rough terrain, and Elaine just gives him dagger eyes. This guy is not going to survive this trip.
Race is getting real spicy real fast. Only thing to make it better is if we got a happy accident.
What the fuck, Van? Since when do you talk like this? What do you think? Should we give the people what they want? What? No! Are you crazy? Oh my god. Elaine is just gonna win out of spite at this point. The Silver Blade's still in the lead. What, you just combine their stuff now? Are we just gonna call Arios the Wind Blade or something now?
1 more lap to go.
Who's gonna win? This is such an insane event. Like, seriously, everything she could to narrow the gap. She doesn't refuse to give a Rege.
Till the very last moment.
Well, it's been fun, but I think I've got this race in the bag. Better luck next time. Huh? Why'd she veer off?
Oh, shit. Yo, get cut off. Holy crap, Beauty's Blade just pulls ahead out of nowhere!
Wow, I wish I had thought to use that route. I was counting on you not making use of it. Now I believe victory is mine.
Damn! And there we have it, folks! Winner is Beauty's Blade, Elena Claire.
Damn. Figuring out what I'm going to use for a thumbnail is going to be a tough one. You know, I've been trying to avoid some type of fan service thumbnail, but I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid having at least one lady in a bikini.
You sure showed us what an A-rank bracer's made of. Alright, that's a wrap. Hope you all enjoyed the race. Put on one heck of a show, more ways than one. Let's give it up for Elaine and Shizuna, everyone.
More ways than one. Like, what is this commentary, bro? Van activated a switch and turned into a different type of person there. I was this close to beating you, and you had to pull that cheap little stunt in the last second. Pot meat kettle. Must have got the idea to venture off the beaten path after I showed you up in the first lap. I was simply thinking on my feet, so to speak. You pulled the rug out from me, so I thought I'd return the favor. I bet everything on that last gambit. Well, major props. I guess your recent experiences in the capital really paid off. It just goes to show how I have a long ways to go. I better turn things up to 11.
You realize the dial only goes up to 10, right? Anyway, I hope that helped clear the air between you two. Feeling better, Elaine?
Yes, I admit I think I was a little too high-strung earlier. I recognize now that there are more pressing matters at hand. I shouldn't have let myself get so tunnel-visioned. Still, it's too bad we couldn't go toe-to-toe in an actual sword fight. But I'm sure we'll have other chances down the line. Right, and when that time comes, I promise I'll give it my all.
Those girls just don't know when to quit. Well, at least they're not at each other's throats anymore. Yep, and I got a feast for the eyes out of the deal, so no complaints. Now I better get back to...
Oh, Elaine's about to kill him. Wait. Oh? I don't think you'll be going anywhere. Indeed. Not until we've gotten some payback.
Payback? For what?
What do you think? For making me race in this ridiculous outfit. Not to mention all those tactless little comments he made. Alright, yeah, he definitely wasn't getting off scot-free. I want to see what Shizuna has to say, because she seems like she's hopping in on this despite not really caring. I'll have you know that was one of the most embarrassing things I've done in my entire life. How about a three-person race this time? We'll go all out and make you eat dirt fair and square.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up a sec. There's no way I can compete with you two. I don't think you're getting out of this one, pal. Hate to say it, but you had this one coming. Rip. Forced into a race against his will, where he was soundly trounced by Elaine and Shizuna, who had put their differences aside in the face of a common enemy. The funny thing is, like, I could tell, like, Shizuna, didn't she say she was literally the one that requested the bikini setup? So she doesn't really have as much a right to complain. It's just the comments that he did while commentating.
I would have preferred a proper sword fight, but I still had a lot of fun in the end. Thanks, Van.
You got off easy this time, Van. Next time, I'll let my sword do the talking.
That was funny as hell. Oh, what? God, that was just a really great one.
Fun in general. Not too heavy on the plot, but hey, the things that it did show, it showed well. Alright. Well, that was real nice. I think it's about time we do something besides those, because that took over an hour.
That's me, the rental car Teresa mentioned. Not bad. Even shares a series with my baby girl. Awfully big of him to loan it out to us. Now, let's see. Looks like I can take up to 2 other passengers with me. Might as well reach out to a couple people and have them tag along.
Let's hold off real quick. I just want to save before I start doing all this type of stuff. Very nice connection events. I'm glad we finally got some, because we literally haven't the entire game. And even though we just got around to it, it's real nice. all of them were really fun. I think the only one that I wasn't too big a fan of was the one with them, which it wasn't bad. It's not like I hated it or whatnot, but there was a lot of just like, oh, political talk and stuff like that, which wasn't bad. But, you know, when I'm seeing stuff about like connection events and stuff, I don't really want to talk about politics there. I'd rather save that for like main plot or like NPC stuff. Anyways, yeah. Let's take a drive.
Who should I invite?
Oh, we get 2 people? Oh, wait. Passenger seat. Who will ride in the back seat? What if I just do the exact same 2, you know? Let's just do that for the funny. They just sit down lightning speed. This island may be uninhabited, but do try to keep that lead foot of yours reined in. So, we're going roofless, huh? That'll make things interesting if a monster attacks.
You two all nice and seated? Let's get this tour on the road. Also, what the fuck are you talking about? That? Why would you ever talk like that?
Shall we be off?
Wait! Holy shit, I got the... Oh my god! No way! We're actually driving a car? Oh god! Oh god! Van, I literally just told you to keep the lead foot under check.
As far as the eye can see. It might be fun to try some long-distance swimming.
Nice little stuff to say. So, okay, yeah, we drive there, we drive... Interesting. We just kind of go all over.
Man, this feels great.
Just a bit of dialogue here and there for it, which is nice.
An abandoned church. It's so quiet.
Yeah, definitely, there isn't even a way to enter it, is there? Oh, wait, there is. I guess I haven't entered it yet, though I probably should.
Whoa! Sorry, girls. A bit rusty with this type of model, you know. Been a while. Oh shit.
Where is that? Huh.
Oops, got a little carried away.
Just generic lines that are playing for it.
These prehistoric ruins have held up remarkably well.
All right. Just kind of some generic lines here and there, which, you know, that's fine. Can I get out here? Probably not.
Oh, there. Oh, I'm gonna have hell to pay from bills later, aren't I?
Kind of brought this on yourself there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, crap. Hope I didn't scratch the paint job.
The fact that there's actually dialogue for you fucking up and crashing. This thing controls like shit. I love it.
Nice to just kick back by the shore sometimes. I think we've seen just about everything.
All right. And I can do this with a lot of other characters, I suppose. It's not just limited to... Oh my god.
Looks like this place is pretty well maintained.
You already said that line. You're using generic ones, bro. All right, let's get this piece of shit back.
Full speed ahead!
I swear I'm a good driver, people. I'm not this bad in real life. Probably.
That made for a nice drive.
Next time, I want to try my hand at the wheel.
Okay, I do get points from that. Little bit of points here and there. All right, well, we have 10 of these things, so I'm gonna have to do a bunch here. Let's go check out the other one. There's probably little bits of dialogue here and there for a lot of it, I assume, but we'll have to see. Go parasailing. We're currently offering a parasailing experience to our guests. It's an exhilarating 2-person trip through the skies. Are you interested?
Parasailing on the pair, huh? Maybe I should invite someone to join me.
We're going to land again. In a pair? Like, come on, I can't resist. I really didn't come here to fool around like this.
Lighten up. This will be a good chance to get the lay of the land from up high. Going around on foot won't give you that. Can't say it's not worth it, right?
Oh, honestly, you always did have a way of talking people into things. Very well, then. I'll come along. Like, come on, I couldn't resist.
Let's take to the skies!
Right. I think I might enjoy this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just kind of chilling. You just get to see a bunch of stuff. We're just chilling here. It is kind of nice. I wonder if there's any dialogue. Oh, it is. There is some dialogue. I can speed it up a bit.
This thing tends to wobble a little, doesn't it?
It is kind of nice that they put some dialogue here. I could technically just reset on my own time just to hear every little thing. There's not really much to it, just kind of wait around, see what dialogue plays, and look at the sites.
Kind of refreshing, actually.
And the activity, is there any more dialogue, or is it just kind of whatever?
What a nice view.
Kind of similar line of vans.
I never realized the ocean could be so beautiful.
Well, it's nice to see all this at least.
The wind is quite strong.
Yeah. It's not like we're having meaningful conversations up here or anything, but hey, if it gives extra points towards maxing characters out, I might as well.
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
And as far as maxing it out, wrapped up their little diversion and returned to what they were doing before. There we go. Agility and strength up. Alright. Still got quite a bit to get max on, though. You know what? I want to get kind of a little... Do I want to dip my feet in the plot today at all? I think I could probably maybe dip things a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to go dole out all the points and stuff. And then once we're done with that, then we will get back to seeing what's up next here. So, see you in a second. A second for you people, a few minutes for me. Alright, all the points have been doled out. Time to call it a day. Most of the dialogue that's fun is just the stuff that's right before the actual activities.
So in other words, we've yet to find any leads, surefire or not. Yeah, and we went over this place with a fine-tooth comb. That all said, something about this place stinks. I just haven't sniffed out the source of the stench yet.
It's definitely odd that our elusive owner invited us all here only to never show his face. Well, it's not like we're in any rush to meet him. I can't imagine he invited us here just to give us a relaxing vacation. Doubtful. He's definitely hatching a plot, and nothing good ever comes from that. And that's all the more reason to stay on the alert.
I just want to let loose and shoot the shit, man. Is that too much to ask?
It'd be a good idea to think about how we want to spend our time from tomorrow on. Oh, another airline is coming in. I believe that's the last flight scheduled for today. Considering we're in off-season right now, I doubt there are many passengers on board. Who the fuck's on it?
Hold the phone. Is that who I think it is?
Oh, that's one of Marduke's airships. No way. Wait a minute, look who's on the deck of that boat! What the fuck? Kuragane? Well, first time you've shown up this game. Hi.
Thanks for the help, Kurogane. Everything work out okay?
I guess we had to acknowledge why the hell Shizen is here eventually, but damn.
Yes. I've already made contact with our main unit. Also, I have a message from the matron.
Matron. That's new. More Ikaruga dialogue. You know, Kuragane, you should get in a swimsuit. Just keep the mask on, it'd be really funny.
What a dull-ass hunk of rock. Why in hell's name would he hole up here?
Oh shit, Walter.
Perhaps
the
this
goat.
is merely a misdirection on his part.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. Qasim, the two Dominions, frickin' Iscariot man, too?
Even those Dominions tagged along. Didn't think we'd be running into each other again so soon.
We really just bring in everyone we've seen in this game already here.
So you came. as I anticipated.
I assume you were drawn here because of that intel.
I'm only here because of the risk management AI's assessment. The general manager requested I fly to this island post-haste. I believe the others are here to assess the threat as well.
Sure as hell didn't expect to find you guys here.
The same goes for the vice captain. Who would have thought we'd be sitting shoulder to shoulder on the heels of that dreadful little squabble?
I have no quarrel with you at present. There's a time and a place for grudges.
Uh-huh.
That's our line, bucko.
Oh, so these are the people they were telling us about. Sounds like everyone has their own reasons for being here.
Well, Harwood's definitely setting up some bullshit here. That's all I can say.
They're probably after the fragments or the island's owner.
I'm surprised some of them would even dare to show their faces here, though.
Oh, shit!
You?
Damn Spriggan and his brats are here! The hell's going on?
When I said we're bringing everyone from the game, I didn't include this frickin' whack job. You two?
And Longport tapered off much sooner than I predicted.
What the fuck is this chapter? Literally everyone is here. Pull out the Smash Ultimate theme. Do 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 do.
Family to thank for that.
What is going on, brother?
So, you bastard.
No wonder Aaron looked pissed.
Stay your tongue, boy.
Shut up.
Neither words nor action can change what's past. Save your breath and spare us your misplaced ire.
Shut up, you frickin' wacko. You don't even look like a special character. You look like barely beyond a generic.
Calm down. Don't let him get to you.
Your tats are the only thing that looks unique about you.
It looks like the prominent players have arrived.
Gathering us all here was likely part of the owner's plan.
Why are we saying owner as if we don't all know who Harwood is?
Only Adios knows why, though. Unless those two know something we don't.
Hell no. There ain't a man in all of Zemuria who knows what goes on in that crazy bastard's head.
Fair enough. He's an Anguist, so I don't know. Maybe this is part of the will of the Grandmaster. I mean, all the Enforcers are usually the ones that just do whatever the fuck. The Anguists are the ones that actually follow the Grandmaster. But maybe Harwood just kind of does shit to the beat of his own drum despite being an Anguist?
However, he did say you would likely be here. At least now we can finally settle matters between us.
We'll just see how things play out. Either way, this will make for quite the interesting little vacation.
So I assume shit's gonna go down before we have a chance to see some of these others take a load off. Interesting. More guests than there were rooms. Oh god, is the abandoned church gonna come into play? Nope. Interesting. And now it's nighttime. Well, shit's certainly taking a turn. Phew, that sure was a hassle. But I think we finally got it all sorted out. Still, can't believe we had that many people show up all at once. Just what the hell was that nut job up to? Hello, it's me, Harwood. Guess mulling over it now won't really solve anything. If he's gonna make a move, he'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. We can work out what our next play is in the morning. Something definitely smells off, though. Maybe I should take another look around the island before hitting the sack. Quest event. Looks like we got something going on here. There's more activities at night, too.
What's next?
Connect events to boot. Well, we just got finished and there's 3 more. The Dominions. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do these right now. Providing each while taking the bath. Interesting. Anyone I can talk to anywhere? Oh.
New activities. They didn't have these earlier in the day.
Interesting groups we have. What the fuck? Kuragane just sitting here is the funniest fucking shit, dude. I don't think you could get anything more funny looking than this guy just sitting. Like, he's literally just sitting there, and it's the funniest shit. Look, you have, you know, lady in a business suit, Elaine's in like her bracer attire. Well, okay, it's supposedly not her bracer attire. It's her off-duty attire. You know, Esmeralda's in something normal. Leon, he's kind of a bit too fancy, but he's in like clergy type stuff. Lam, he's just chilling in a suit. Swen, he's in whatever you call that. You know, it's kind of out there, but it's kind of normal at the same time. And then you have this guy in fucking like full shinobi gear wearing a mask. And he's just here. Why? Because fuck it, that's why. Like, what the hell, dude?
What can I get for you? If you need anything else, I'll be right here.
Look around the island at night. Return to your room. Okay, so it's literally just, hey, do more or don't do more. I guess it just means that we have a whole other... We just have like a whole other episode worth of stuff to do here, yeah? Oh my god. We got the frickin' the lawn hair girl squad and then Zeta. Interesting. Zealous ain't got anything chill to wear. She's just kind of stuck like this. The life of a Dominion is a rough one, I suppose. We have Coolio, we got Nadia. What we got out here? Oh my god. Well, we certainly got an interesting turn of events over this way, don't we? Is there anything else at night, or is it just the same? Nothing new to dig for, I suppose? Nope. Alright, well. Let's see. Let me try walking in some places. I can't walk in there. There's not many people chilling out here. Most everyone's inside. Let's go down here real quick. Interesting. We got the three punchy McGees and Aaron. Cow. Deep fish. Deep shape. Interesting. Yeah, they definitely gathered everyone here for good reason. I can tell that much. Not hard to tell, that's for sure. Morley. Visit the ruins of the old church. Make sure you don't cross the fence. Abandoned village where I and the other islanders used to live long ago. Interesting.
Well, that's ominous. Better keep what he just said in mind.
An abandoned village, huh? That definitely sounds like a, hey, we're gonna go to this place soon enough type thing. I don't think I ever actually tried to enter here. I assume it's just locked. No, it isn't. Wow. An area devoid of music is a rarity in Trails. Whoa. Well, that stands out. Wait a second. Is that a spot for a Genesis? What the fuck did I stumble on here? Well, this thing stands out like a sore thumb. I definitely stumbled into something here, huh? The silence is deafening for something like this, too. Like, it's obviously going to come into play later. It's called an abandoned church. There's nothing going on in it. And the fact that there's nothing going on and that there's no music states that there is actually something going on. What do we got here? Anything? Not really. Yeah. And then it starts right back up as soon as I walk outside. Dude, that's like some fucking... That's like some Deltarune walking towards the shelter type shit right there. That's, very unsettling, to say the least. But, oh well. I think we'll wrap things up here. You know, we dealt with everything during the day. We dealt with our activities, all our connection events. And we're kind of going to be doing the same this time, or next time, it seems. Just for night instead of day.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing spot.
So, yeah. It was a fun time, though. I liked all the events, all the talks we got to have. It was all just a bunch of... Well, actually, the talks weren't even this time. We mainly just did the connection events, huh? Kind of insane to think about how much time those things take, but oh well. Next time on Trails to Daybreak 2, we'll deal with all the NPCs around here. And then, maybe on the next day, we'll figure out what the hell Harwood's up to here. He's gathering people for a reason. I don't know what, but he's gonna pull some major bullshit. Who knows, maybe he has a nuke like frickin' Dante's did. Maybe he's just gonna blow us all up in one fell swoop. Maybe you think it'd be funny. You never know with a guy like that. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja matane.